blah, 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 fiscal cliff bullshit still going. What is today? The 26th? Of course, it's the 26th. 8:30, good morning. Wednesday morning. It's more like a Monday morning for me. I did work Monday, though, but it was the, you know how we have the official first day of winter, which I think was yesterday. Was that yesterday, December 25th? I don't know when it was. But yeah, Monday was the first day of winter workation for me. So that was, it was work, but it wasn't really work. As a brief FYI, I have gone back to look at some of these videos since I got the new microphone, and it does sound much better. That Dead Cat windscreen is fantastic, but there's still a little bit of a clicking something going on, and I think that might just be the connector, the weight of the microphone, because it plugs right in and it sits right there on the unit, and it's sporadic. It's like only when there's like some serious vibration or movement in the car, and there's like it picks up this kind of weird little clicking, and I think it's from the connection. So actually, I have the microphone on its extender cable. I'm doing a more GoPro-ish, or no, a Zoom microphone setup where I have the white rag on my dash on the steering column, and I'm just resting the microphone on that. It's still technically so we'll see if that eliminates the clicking, rattling noise, which is something I noticed in Alan's video, and I think he brushed it off as pots and pans in the back of his car, which it could have been, but I think the weight of the microphone on the microphone connector is too much, and the vibrations of the car that creates the clicking noise. Or maybe it was just that one video that I previewed and heard it on. But yeah, at any rate, it's still, you know, the idea behind the microphone was plug and play, don't have to do any setup. That's the idea. That's what I appreciate. That's what I really like about this setup, about the GoPro. Attach it and turn it on and go. And one of the things that I didn't care about using the Zoom was that there's setup involved, you know. You gotta connect all the cables, you gotta lay out the rag, and then make sure you turn it on and hope it stays put during your drive. So this isn't ideal to lay out the rag and put it on the steering column, but it's better than before, whereas the cables are kind of inherent, somewhat less cumbersome. You don't have to turn the microphone on. So little details, but you know, if this eliminates the click, it might be, you know, I could use like a piece of, oh, you know what I should get? And I actually probably have one in the house. You know, those little rubber mats that you put on your dash to put your gadgets on so they don't move around. Get one of those and put them on my steering column. That would work out really well, and easy to leave it there. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So, moving on. It is December 26th, day after Christmas. It's been a weird Devilmas season. It's been a weird year. I was thinking about it earlier. I'm thinking, well, it's definitely been a transitionary year. But I think the transitions have been subtle, because I was thinking, oh, it's been a transition. Wait, 2011 was supposed to be a transitionary year, and 2011 was because it was the year I moved back to Orlando, got settled in the house, got the job, got settled in the job, and then 2012. It's a transitionary year, but it's far more subtle. It's far more pointed, because and it's you know, if there's a way to describe the year, it's been planting seeds. And you know, I don't know if I feel super positive. I started the weekend getting depressed again, and I'm feeling better now. I think, you know, Monday and Tuesday, certainly I was definitely A-OK. Much better. And I'm able to focus on, the more important things at the moment. We'll see how that holds up after everything swings back into gear in the new year. There have been there haven't been developments. There's hypotheses of developments at work, which I don't know. It's probably not going to be a good thing, just because it's literally these ridiculous expectations without compensation. And it's such an easy fix. It's such an easy fix. If they show me at the office, my bosses, if they show me they appreciate what I do, and then ask me to do all this other shit, it's probably going to be perfectly fine. And that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. It's really hard to swallow the things that they want me to swallow without knowing that they love me, And that's, really, would you swallow if you didn't really love? Yeah, I don't, probably not. I don't know. Anyway, planting the seeds of transition. There's a few things I want to do. One thing that I do want to do is put together my official legitimate business card. And it's a very simple design, I know that. I just need to print it. I need to lay it out and get it printed professionally. Last time I tried to do business cards, I was just trying to do it at home with a printer an inkjet that's, I don't know if it's on its last legs, it's just inkjets at home. Oh my god, what a waste of fucking time. But I want to print cards professionally, and I just need to do it and get it done. And before, when I did the cards, it was for the consulting stuff. That's where I'm going with this. The consulting stuff, it was Jordan Crombine Consulting, digital consultant. That was it. But through this year, the seeds and the development, and oh wait a minute, I can the shift of Horborong Studios to Horborong Creative, and this idea that I can really run kind of like a marketing, individualized private marketing company myself, and provide those services to people, full production services, and like producer marketing, services, which is exactly what I've been doing with Drip and, the video end of all this. So I'm thinking about that, and I was like, okay, one of the easy things to do is just hand somebody your card, and they have your number and all that kind of stuff. And there have been a few times just in the past month where I've been at the disadvantage of not being able to give someone my card, or have people hand out my card. So I need to print the card out. It's going to be a cool, nifty little design, very simple, very obvious, I guess, but very appropriate. And it's just the new Horborong logo. It'll be a tall card. Horborong logo, Horborong Creative, phone number, email, website, that sort of thing. So, but that's just that white card with the... So I want to get that done probably next month. And that'll be kind of like, there's just a small step, that seed that's planted. I have the restaurant website that I need to finish, and it's not a hard website. Most of the hard work is done. Well, no, most of the easy work is done. The hard work is retyping the entire fucking menu and getting the layout on that right. And then once that's done, I have to finish adding photos across the site, but primarily on the menu pages. And then once that's done, it's going to be delivered at the end of the week. Saturdays, we have an appointment on Saturday to meet with the guy, deliver it. He'll buy his domain name, I'll collect a check, and he'll be ready to go. And then it's just going to be periodic updates whenever. But I still think I'll be providing that that marketing service to him. Yeah. And I think once he sees the website in its finished form, he'll appreciate think he'll appreciate what, you know, what that one right person can bring to the table. So there's that. There was this realtor somewhere in Orlando that was interested in a website and some services, and that kind of it didn't fall through the cracks. I think it fell through the cracks on her end, or she's just being mindful of the holiday. So that nothing's happened on that. So I'm going to follow up with her. I don't know if it this week or after the new year, but yes, gonna follow up with that and try to make something happen there. Because a quick website will still be $200, you know. So there's little things here and there, little things. And of course, did anybody watch the, I think a few people watched the holiday greetings. One of the exciting things about that was that no one, the Busted Stuff holiday episode, Christmas episode, what was exciting about that is that you guys never see my outtakes. Rarely, I mean, you'll see these videos, right? But like outtakes in a scripted production, never see those. And that's because I just shoot. I'm on point and very tight. And in this case, there was a lot of road traffic and air traffic, and I was drunk. So that's where pretty much all of the outtakes came from. So that was kind of a special video for me in that respect. But it was also very much on the nose criticism of, you know, the state of the affairs. And you can go back, and it's the state of YouTube channels like Soko, and what people deem as acceptable creative. And it's not something new, because you can go back to the Beanie Boys show. I think, you know, it might have been episode 7 of the Beanie Boys show, the quality of content, and it's much of this exact same theme. So it was a good venue, and I love how the episode really came together. I mean, the first part is so perfectly the singing, the story, it was great, and then the interjection is so perfectly me, and then the monologue is so perfectly that idealistic. That's another theme of this past year, this idealistic stance. And I have that note to myself on one of my task lists or something. It's like, make sure all of your writing, write from an idealistic, make sure you're fulfilling some sort of ideal. Make sure there's a reason for the writing. Follow some sort of idealistic core, you know. So it's this wonderful package. It's this beautiful transition from very traditional, very Crumbine interjection, and then that idealistic core that is such a fundamental aspect of what this year's been about. So I really dig that video. And and then technically, I love, you know, and I scripted it this way. I told, or it was scripted, and I told Trip to produce it this way. How it was just 2 camera angles on each side, and then once I saw his footage, I knew how to set up my camera for the secondary angle, and I just love the continuity and all of that. It just really played out good. Very proud of myself about that. Audio on my end, not the best. I did use this microphone here, and I probably shouldn't have, but actually the problem is that Trip's microphone is so good, his audio is so good, that anything compared to it just isn't great. And then lastly, I'll just say this real quick. I didn't think that I'd be able to finish Caffeine by the end of the year, and I'm still not sure I can, because there's still a lot to do, but I've made huge strides, and I'm definitely in the zone. I'm definitely in the zone to get it done, and if it's not going to be by the end of the year, it's definitely going to be in early early 2013 that Caffeine will be done. I even have an idea for another promo for the movie. And God damn it, I do this every time, but as soon as I come close to the end of the project, I start thinking about the next one in terms of what can be done with this whole idea of feature length productions done by one person. And the next one is kind of inspired by this past year. Tentative title would be The Year of the Creative, and There Will Be Puppets. Or maybe that would be a good title. There Will Be Puppets. Heh. Yeah. That's it. Stay tuned. Stay creative. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Merry Devilmas, guys. It's been a weird Devilmas, but transitions, seeds, all that kind of stuff.